TIMBERBORN, and we've just finished building the new dam across here. It has fixed the flooding in here. I made one change as I was building it. I put in a sluice gate here because someone had a brilliant idea in the comments. We'll go through the rest of the comments in a bit, but that was to move the flat top floodgates from here to the other side. I'm still going to put this in, but what we're going to do is we're actually going to leave the last two here, and we can do that now because the water level is relatively low. We'll just delete the one actually because we can just increase the height. I'm going to put in a sluice gate here. I'm going to high prioritize building that, and we can just raise the height of that to be 1. And then we're going to come over here. This is going to cause some issues, but we do have unstuckify, so they will unstuckify themselves. And we're going to come in here and get a flat top floodgate. We probably need a couple of them actually, so let's do that. We will high prioritize the build of these. So let's do that. Let's high prioritize those, and we possibly need to do some more building. I might just bring this straight across and flood this whole area, and make that into a dam. We'll see. Unstuckify should be freeing these guys. I think we have a lot of unemployed beavers at the moment. Let's detonate that. So we have the bad water rig now. It's not active yet because we've got bad water and we can't make any of the others. But as part of the Emberpelts most recent update, we can now do forced bad water extraction. That uses extract, and instead of 40 every 2 hours, we get 60 every 1.5 hours, and we can make purified water using Phoenix Essence, and we get 45 water every 2 hours. We can't make Phoenix Essence yet, but I think we should look at doing that. But the first thing I want to do is get this sorted. So I'm hoping that our builders are going to crack on with that and get that built. I've put these sluice gates back, so actually before we race away with things, let's go through the comments, because there were some really good comments, and a bunch of you pointed out the issue here that caused the flooding. And previously we had floodgates here, and both sets of floodgates were controlled by this stream gauge, which meant that as the contamination changed, they both opened and closed at the same point, and it all worked fine. When we went to sluice gates, the contamination changed differently at different points, and it meant that these closed before these opened, and that's what caused the flooding. So what I've done is I've rebuilt these. These are still closing at 1% contamination, but these are going to close at a higher level of contamination. So these are opening at 1%. So these should open before these close. So that should sort that problem out. I'm still going to work on this project because I think that's maybe a better long-term solution, and I have a long-term plan to do something completely different with this bit of the area. So let me get my notes up though, and we'll go through. So I really liked the suggestion of getting a bridge in here. We'll save that for a future project, but what that will let me do is not worry about this. We might need to do that because doing this, and this might have been the suggestion that someone else made about switching flow directions, and I might have misinterpreted it previously. Doing this might increase the height of this, so we might need to do that sooner rather than later. Some comments about doing well-being bits. We will get to that at some point. All the stuff about sluices. Yep. There was a really good comment. Something that I've completely ignored in the game. So currently we're hauling our scrap metal all the way from here over to a storage over here, processing it here and here. Now I had ignored the fact that different resources weigh different amounts, and that affects how much they can carry. And scrap metal is really heavy versus the processed metal. So that means it makes much more sense to set up to process the metal nearer where the scrap metal is being generated. Obviously for now that's here. That's going to last us quite a while actually. But long term it'll be over here. I think probably we'll try and bridge across here. So I think it makes sense to move this guy in the near term over here, process our scrap metal here. Equally, I agree that it makes sense to process the bad water over here. So we'll move the explosives production over here. We'll get extract production going over here. The Phoenix Essence, because it relies on fuel, I think we should look at setting up over here. And it's a liquid, so it's quite light, so we can then transfer that. Liquids are quite light, so it means they're quite easy to transfer. So that's my thoughts there. But yeah, we need to get that built. That would be good. That would be good. Now, it's interesting that all of these are complaining about... if I did that... That does not resolve that issue, interestingly. Why is that path not connected? Because I also deleted... Aha! If we do that, that should shut them up for a bit. We've got a lot of unemployed beavers at the moment. We had a bit of a population burst. So everything's connected there now. So I think it's time to separate the districts, and we'll get this one getting itself up and running. I'm still unsure where to put this. I'm still unsure. I think, to me, because this is... It's only 101 actually from the district centre. Is that measuring it from there? It can't be, because that we can just delete that district centre. It's 101. Okay. Well, that's not too bad then. So I think what we'll do is we will disconnect from here, and we'll have this be part of that district. So let's put in a district crossing. There we go. Yes, please. Let's prioritize getting that built. Yep. So the other thing I do want to unlock the Phoenix Distillery, which is this funky little building here. So that needs apples, charcoal, and fuel. And actually, maybe it doesn't make sense to put it there because the charcoal is up here. I think we have apples up here probably because of the press. So maybe we put it here. It doesn't need power, but maybe we put it here so it's near the charcoal and the apples, and we just bring fuel up. So we just put a tank there for fuel, because in the long term we're going to want to have tanks for fuel scattered around the colony anyway. So I think that makes sense to me. So that's almost built. Once it is built, I'm going to pause and we're going to get things set up. So if they would come and finish that, that would be wonderful. There we go. Right. Pause. So we're going to put in our district centre now. And we're going to put it like that. And there we go. And let's think about, we want the district centre to be full. So 4, we want probably, let's say, I'm going to go 8, 12. Let's bring over the full 18. So if I go into here, and I'm not going to do a minimum population because of the way the Emberpelts breed. We're just going to bring over, no, not 20. Let's just bring over 18 beavers. So we'll unpause and then repause. And I'm kind of curious what that's done over here. We're actually okay, which is great. So we're going to fill that. Let's just run on slow mode. I think 4 in there is okay, and I want 4 in there, and that leaves us 6 spare. That's fine. I'm happy with that. So if we go here and we go into management, District 1, I don't want them to, actually we can just do that, can't we? I don't want at the moment, I don't want District 3 exporting anything on this side. So we're going to be importing logs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to force import the corn juice, the beaten radish juice, import blocked by lack of storage, and workplace demand in this district. Always import, sorry, we're going to always import that. I don't want them, actually having all of the food set to always import is fine, yep. Phoenix essence, planks on always import is fine. Gears we're going to set to always import as well, because we'll probably need that for some building. And I think that'll be okay. Alright, so we need to get a few things going over here. Let's bring this path out and bring that down. We need to get down here because they need to build the rest of this power connection. So let's put a bit of a pathway in down here. Like that. There we go. Lovely job. So we are going to need a water dump here as well, because evaporation is a thing. Right, so these need to be set to about 0.9. Yep, happy with that. So that's getting put in. We're going to have that set to be... we'll come to that in a bit. We'll just have that on closed. That's on 1. Yep, that's fine. I'm just wondering. So that's going... Oh, we need bell peppers for that. I thought that was apples. I don't think we have bell peppers. So... Right, the next thing we're going to get them doing over here in that case is a couple of things. We're going to unpause the explosives factory because we don't have any left. And we are going to move this medium tank and these. I know, I said I wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to. So if we put that there, we can then... What's that storage for? Planks. Do we really need them? Small storage for planks. We probably don't. We can just get rid of that. And I think what we'll do is we'll put a couple of medical beds. There and there. Right, let's delete that. You can be set to empty or high prioritized building you. So let's get that going. Awesome. Now those are in. All right, let's think. Over here, we need to get the farm up and running, and kind of makes sense to me to build over. So my plan, I'm going to have farming on this level, I think, and then we'll work our way up here. We'll clear all of the dead trees out and we will replant a forest up here. So we need to... I think the farms are a 3 by, aren't they? Yep. So farm there. And we will also come in with a platform there. And a fluid dump there. And a stream gauge there. So, and I'm going to give that all higher priority than building the power connection, because we've got plenty of food and water in the district. If we look here, they've brought all of this other stuff over as well, which is great. Yep, and they're not bringing stuff the other way, which is fine. Like, that's all keeping up with things. Awesome. And what we could do is, just thinking at the moment, we have some spare beavers in this district, so probably wouldn't be a stupid idea to have one of them come in and cut down all those dead birch trees. And let's put in a industrial pile for logs. If we really get so that we've got a lot of logs in this district, we eventually will have when we get up here, because this is a lot of oak trees, then we can look at exporting some of them. So, yeah. Right. Back over here. So you need to be set to be the juice of the corn. There we go. So then that can be emptied. Then we can move the contamination barriers to come up this way. We'll throw one there as well. Guessing they're just waiting on explosives for that stuff. We probably need... What we probably need to do is do a bump in the path so we can get continuous contamination barrier coverage. And what we could do is... don't hate me. I know sometimes people get upset when you delete things in game. What I'm going to do is, if I can get the bit of path. Where's the delete tool, game? Delete, yes. I'm not sure if this works. If it doesn't, we've learnt. So we're going to high prioritize the placing of that piece of dynamite. While they do that, we'll come back over here. Let's get them to build that. Oh, that's completely dried out. Okay. I'm just going to pause the farmhouse for now. We're going to come here. We're going to do attach the stream gauge. So this is set to keep the depth at 0.6. So what we will do is we will pause if the depth is above 0.5. I want to get about 0.55. That'll do. We will unpause if the depth is below. Yeah, that'll do. We can always fine tune it later on. Awesome. Yep. So what are you doing? Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, so we get these cut down. My thought is we get these cut down. No. Are you going in? No, you're not going in the scuzzy liquid to get those. That's okay. Actually, that's a nice little supply of logs and planks for you if you need it. What I'm thinking is once these have been cut down, we will extend this across here. Because with this, we can flush this all through and have another big clean water area, and that'll be quite cool. And what we'll do is we'll maybe have to put something to let that water out. But yeah. So this is going to take a bit of time to refill. It's my bad. And maybe there's an argument to say there's a couple of things we could do. We could dynamite through here. And probably we should. We need to deepen the reservoir in the long term. But for now, this'll do a job. I'm just thinking that we should start planting some crops. So let's come in here. And I've just said that we don't have any bell peppers. So let's plant a little bit of bell peppers. We definitely need more corn. So let's get some of that in as well. We might as well plant right up to the edge with those. So we'll start to get this district doing its thing. We will run a path all the way through and across to the side there. So that's done. Is that hooked up? That is hooked up. I'm going to pause that for now because they've got plenty of water. So and they're actually importing juice to drink as well, so they're probably okay. Yeah, I'm just going to let these guys do their thing for a bit. We're going to come back over here. Just detonate that. Let's put in our contamination barrier. The high priority build. And then put the platform over the top. And high prioritize that. And then we can delete this bit of path and put back that missing platform. And in theory, that gives us a continuous line of contamination barriers. In theory. And we'll clear up this and we can delete these ones and regain some tiles of land to do things with. So let's wait and see if that works as intended. Still got a bit of bad water, so we don't need to worry about the rig yet. I mean, so we've still got contamination coming through there. I'm wondering if that's because of these. So let's delete that, because that doesn't have to be there. Let's throw a contamination barrier there. And we will put in a tooth grindstone. Let's just throw it down there, shall we? It doesn't really matter where it goes. I don't think. Someone will probably tell me that it does. And that's just fine. What are these empty tanks for? Beet and radish juice and water. Beet and radish juice, we're okay. Beet and radish juice. Corn juice. Apple juice, yep. So maybe we make one of these be apple juice. So we've got a bit more capacity for that. If we could make that, that'd be great. So, did I put the right thing under there? I did. So I'm not convinced that that's behaving the way I expect it to. Because we've got contamination all the way out there. Yeah. I'm somewhat confused. Unless it's these two path pieces. But I don't really want to detonate those because they butt up right against the thingy. So maybe we need to put contamination barriers under here. I mean, that's doable. This is probably going to upset some beavers. But I mean, if we did that, and that, have I done like a mass disconnect of everything? No. Okay. Cool. I did high prioritize those, yep. So that's going in. So we've got loads more space. So we've got plenty of the beets. We've got plenty of radishes. So let's have a look at our crops now. So we could do with more tomatoes. Let's plant a block of tomatoes. Then we probably should think about some wheat and some canola. I know these are relatively small amounts at the moment, but we'll get there. We'll get there. We should probably put some contamination barriers in. Are we full on logs? We are. We should start exporting logs, although I think they might be full of logs as well. So, but yeah, we might as well. Because that'll hopefully let them cut down some more, which would be good. I guess the other thing we should do if we are thinking about expanding that is put in those flat top floodgates. There we go. So that we can do that. So that's all built. They're ready to go. So let's detonate those. That was very close, Beaver. You almost got exploded. Let's put those in. Let's put the platforms in. And then we can put the path back and see if that sorts it. Anyone? Anyone? I guess there is that gap there potentially. So let's just do all of it. Let's just do all of it. So that's almost all in as well. Almost all in. Right. The other thing that I want to do. One, I want to give them something big to work on building, and two, I want the well-being boost. Is we're going to throw one of those in. Detonate. Landscaping. Contamination barrier. There we go. Platform. Platform. And then let's make sure that's a priority. So high priority. High priority. That's pretty much sorted actually, so we can go plant trees, berry, and then we can put the oak trees in here and we gain. So you were all right, we get more planting space and it's not contaminated. Yes, I get it, I just didn't want to do the work before. Okay, sometimes I'm a lazy beaver overlord. It's a thing. Right? Let's blast that out. I'm wondering about going down another level. And we've got... Well, I say we've got time. It's not like we've got any sort of time crunch on doing this. I'm going to go down another level. So, yeah, I know. Crazy, huh? We should probably do the same path thing here, but we really are risking disconnecting stuff at that point. And what I might do is wait until we're not in a bad tide and then do it, because we can delete some stuff. Right, that's in, so let's detonate that. There we go. So now I'm not worried about this for water flowing out. It's just for irrigation purposes. The irrigation effect might be pants. We'll see. We are out of bad water, so we should probably get a few beavers in here. I think we don't need very many. Because these things just produce so much. 5 hours to produce 40 bad water. That's probably fine. Probably fine. Over here, I'm not going to worry about the rest of those. And we are going to, with 1.8 days left, I'm just going to come straight across here. I was going to do some weird contoury thing, but we're just going to come straight across. Both colonies can build that, which is kind of an advantage. And then over here, a bit of me says maybe we should be looking at using the natural shape here to get up. But a bit of me is lazy, and we have ladders. So we're going to do that. And we'll put in a staircase there, though. So we've got some food growing, which is great. If we get this built in the next day, this is then going to flush through, which is awesome. It won't be as deep as the other side, but it will at least be clean. We should probably think about this bridge. Now, don't need metal to build the bridges, so we are going to pause all of the industry over here, and once night comes I'm going to disconnect it so we can work out how to build that, because I think we're going to have to delete some stuff. Right, that's in. Awesome stuff, just in time. So what I've got is this is set to be open when the contamination is high, so that should make flushing this much quicker. But then that will close and these will kick in, and these are going to be at 0.9. So this will be nice and deep and will be great for hydration of stuffs. Yes, we'll lose some plant land, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We ended with 12,000 water, which is great. And we're going to start pumping water again. Let's throw in a few more haulers into this one. This is our high priority hauling post. That's our low priority hauling post. I have got a lot of stuff paused, but that's okay. Oh, I meant to disconnect that, didn't I? Oh well. Let's just ease up a little bit. Ease up a little bit. The way we can do this is if we just delete the path, they should then make their way back. If we're going to do that, we don't necessarily need these guys working in here at the moment. So, yeah, that'll be okay. Come on. Hurry up. Get your butt back over the other side. And then this is a gap of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13. Of course it's 13. We've got 6 long bridges, so let's go with this is going to be a bit of a pain to build, I think. I'm going to delete that. We're going to build it so that it's the height of this side. I'm going to need to put some scaffold in place so that they can build some of this. So, yeah, that's a thing. And then maybe we have to come down here to a bridge that sits here. Yeah, so actually we want that to be 5, maybe. Got plenty of science, so yeah. I don't hate that, to be honest. We'll keep the access down to here, into this bit. We'll just delete the causeway. So we might need one more ladder to get that built. No, we shouldn't actually. We shouldn't. Should be okay. Because I think from that one, they should be able to build that platform. And then that bridge, they should be able to build from the other side. So, yeah. Right, that gives those guys something to do. Let's get that going again. Reservoir is refilling. This is refilling. I think while this is low, probably what we should do is... Why can't I... Districts. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Yes. That makes sense. So what we'll do is we will just come down this side. And we'll build it from the main district. And I'm going to run a... We'll do it over one. And we'll run a path along there. And we'll put contamination barriers along here. Like that. Awesome. Oh wow, they've built that already. Okay. So we need to come up here. We need to get some lumberjack flags. Yep. We need to mark all of those trees for cutting. We need some storage for wood. We will build a large pile, which... Storage. Large pile. Oh, here's the question. Do I sink that into the ground one? Probably wouldn't be a bad idea, would it? Let's make sure they are importing explosives. Manage distribution. Explosives. Force import. Awesome stuff. Brilliant. So this is now working. If we come down here, that is now only 3% contaminated. Excellent stuff. Over here, this we can now set to have a depth of like that. Yep. Good job. What we might want to do once we've got access to terraforming is bring this across here, but we'll see for now. Is that our... That's our bell peppers, so we want to be manage distribution. Guessing they are an ingredient, so let's import if needed. Let's come here, let's do storage, small warehouse for bell peppers. There we go, and then we can unpause that and we can start making the Phoenix Essence. Oh wow, the bridge is built. Excellent. So let's re-unpause those, and then let's come down here and delete that. That's probably worth picking up. So now we have got the water coming round. So we are now at 5.6 CMS. I think it was 5.1 before. So we've gained half a CMS. I'm going to delete that now. I'm going to delete that. I'm not worried about those bits of rubble. It's only 10 logs. But we're going to keep this one so that if we want more power, we can come back here and add more power. Yep. So happy with that. Yes, we need to make it deeper in the long term. But for now, I think it's okay. We're going to put you to work again. Awesome. Are they bringing any explosives in yet? No, they have brought Phoenix Essence over, which is interesting. Okay, actually, I'm just thinking. Actually, we'll see if we get a bad tide or not before we worry about that job. So the other thing that I want to do is take power out of here. So we're going to need one of those and one of those. And yes, it does mean we're going to have wet beaver again. No, I don't particularly care. It's basically we want to get power up to this area so that we can have industry working there. So let's think about enabling that. We'll just come straight up there. 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 And that gets the beginnings of a power connection. Probably if we pause that, we can probably just throw in a staircase there and do that. And then we can build a whole bunch of that. Probably if we did that as well. And then we'll delete those at some point. So that's in, which is great because that's going to stop the contamination there. That probably needs to be deleted. Then what I thought I would do is put a ladder there. Going to get the other district to just come in and clear those out. And I think, given that we're about to expand potentially our power demand, we will expand our power generation capability. So what we'll do is come there. We'll then levy there. So I think we'll probably want to ladder down there. Half there, there. And then come out there. Not quite long enough. One more. That should allow us to build all of it. And then we'll worry about connecting up the power, but it's going to look something like a right angle. And then we'll come in there because we can delete some of the stuff that we've put there. That's going to give us a huge boost in power generation capability. Assuming we don't get hit by a drought. The other thing that we want to have a look at then is probably the large framed flywheels, but those need pine resin, which we aren't doing at the moment. So we are also, it would appear, not bringing in explosives yet. So I think, is that just because we're not making much of it? Yeah. I think it's just because it's being used. They're being asked to. So I think... Am I in a rush to sort that forest out? Apart from the fact that it will look nice. I'm not really, so that's okay. Over here, we could probably think about some sort of... Are we going to make this deeper? We might. I'm thinking about some sort of platform city. Something like that to begin with. So yes, we've got wet beaver. Don't get too excited, boys and girls. I know it's a bit of a thing, but the other thing we will do is, because we have access to quite a few logs, we'll throw in... Oh, it's not going to get the housing, but it should get most of the beavers anyway. Yeah. We will take the risk by putting it there. I generally like having it over the housing, but, you know. I think we will also unlock the Flame of Unity. Yes, please. We need... In fact, we have a smelter running, so that'll be okay. We probably want to have... In fact, we have a plank workshop running. We don't have a gear workshop running. So that is okay. Yeah. If you wonder why I keep bringing up the escape menu, or the game menu, I have a habit of hitting the escape key. It's a thing I do. You'll just have to deal with it. But yeah, this will help quite a lot with the old well-being. There are probably a few other things that we could do. We could definitely throw in over here a roof piece, a brazier. Are we importing metal? There we go, we are now. For when you're building things at a small scale, I don't mind using the kind of forced import option. Thinking as well, we will put a platform there, and that'll let us make that corner a right angle rather than a wrong angle. Yes, the dad jokes are a thing. And then I think we could maybe put some useful buildings in here. Feels like we certainly need some storage for food, and we probably need to start exporting some things like corn for a start. So let's come up here. Let's start doing... We'll always export corn. Let's prioritize this guy, please. So we've got most of the power connection built. We can unpause that. I'm guessing they can't reach that one. So let's throw in a... Actually, maybe the way to do that is... Oh, can we be super sneaky? We can. That should work. That should work. Right, so path there. We can then delete this guy and then food, grill. So we can certainly be making our own grilled corn in this district now, which seems like a sensible idea. We need more housing over here. So they can go. I'm not worried about recovering those. That can go. That can go. So I think, although we wanted to get to there, so let's just rebuild that ladder. Yeah, let's rebuild it. Yeah, that's a brilliant idea. Great idea, folks. Aha! Finally, detonate. Storage. Large pile. There we go. So that's going to be 4 logs. Good stuff. We've got a little bit more floodage there. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, cool. They're starting to work on building those. So how deep are we in here now? We are still 0.9. Still 0.9. Yeah, so this should mean we can farm. Yeah, we can farm some of this land now, but we're going to grow slowly on the farming front. So that's in, so we can now delete that, and we're going to go housing, and we're going to put in another one of these tenement lodges. There we go. I'm guessing we are maxed out on Phoenix Essence. But that means what we could do now is do... Oh, we need extract for that. Okay. So we're going to put in over here a storage tank for Phoenix Essence, which is this guy. Yep, so in fact they didn't even need the ladder to get that built. So we have a power connection up to here now, which is cool. But I'm going to let them finish building the extension to the power plant first. This is where we get a drought. I know. So these guys have cleared this first area. So we need to put in another staircase. There we go. So I'm just starting to look around. So if we want to make an appreciable difference to the toxicity, we have a long way to travel because we've got to go all the way over there. Or up there. Okay. I think for now we won't worry about that too much. It's interesting. Why is this? Because I got it on closed. Let's put it on auto, please. I'm just curious as to what this is going to do for the greenness. So water levels are full. I know we haven't expanded water this time around. I've been a little distracted with all of the other things we have going on. Of which there are many things. Yeah, so we might want to levy along here as well to protect this. By the looks of things. And yes, I know I don't have to put levees in the corners. We have. Again, it's okay. It's just a few extra logs. Just a few extra logs. But I think that's possibly sensible. Yeah, so that will get us extra power, which will be good. What are they waiting? They're waiting on clay. Because we're not importing clay. Okay, so let's come over here. Let's force import some clay, please. Does this district still have clay? That's a really good question. Yes. Yes, they do. Awesome. You need to actually mark the trees to be cut as well as giving them access. I know. There we go. So we go in here. If we wanted to do grilled peppers, we need canola oil. So we'll just do grilled corn for now. We don't actually have any store. Well, we do have storage for grilled corn here, which is cool, because that means they can stop importing the grilled corn. Which is a good thing. I'm just wondering if we export the canola out to here, or if we press it over here and make the oil here. I'm not sure. I don't have universal power shafts installed. So we'd have to do a bit of a faff to get power around, but yeah. Alright, so that's all of the power wheels built. So let's retreat. Get those back. We're going to put in you. So that should be fairly quick to recover these. And that's going to add another 2,500 to our 2.1 thousand. So yeah, definitely worth doing. Come on, hurry up. We must be due our notification soon. This has been a very long going. Let's do a bit of cheese. There. There we go. And then they can pick all of those up, please. That would be wonderful. Yeah, we've not really done... Oh, that's done. Oh, I thought we were going to get the notification then. So let's detonate that. We'll then put in the sluice gates and then top that with levees. and I'm going to delete those. Going to do that. Make that a high priority. Awesome, that's all been picked up. So let's delete that to there. Let's get that built, please. And thank you. That's done, so we can detonate that. That should be okay. Yep. Let's in here. Let's get our contamination barrier. Let's high prioritize that. Let's put that there. Let's put the platform there. Let's path there. And I can't blow that piece up because it's next to the water, so that's the best we can do. In terms of defense. And we get a straighter path. So if they would hurry up and build that, that'll be wonderful. I think we might need to do that temporarily because we disconnected a whole bunch of stuff. Right, that's in, so let's delete that. And this is going to cause some problems, but you know, there we go, that and that. Well, let's make those high priorities, and we should probably see our engines kick in up here. And we have a bad tide approaching. I would assume the engines will kick in once the batteries run out. Or has that been reconnected already? Yep. So nearly 5,000 HP being generated. Pretty darn cool. So that's nearly built. We just need more planks, which we've got. That's going in. They're growing corn now. They're clearing trees still. Excellent. Yeah. So this is a rather nice boost in power, and we essentially can just keep going with this. If we need more power. 19 well-being, 20 well-being. Arts because the other jobby has been put in, so that should give us a really nice boost over in this district. We are short of beavers again, so probably some more housing might be in order over here. But I think we might sort that next time. I'm going to play up to the start of the bad tide again. And probably call it a day at that point because this video has got rather long. And I need to go get some food because I am rather hungry. So, yeah. I think we've achieved a decent amount today. It sort of feels like we have, and it sort of feels like we haven't. So let's recap a little, shall we? We've expanded the power grid, or the power generation capability. We've got this stuff in. I'm just going to double check. So these will close at 1% contamination. These will open at 1% contamination. These won't close until 2%. So hopefully that will stop the splashing. We've got this knocked down, and these can be built at some point. This is not a rush, so I'm not too worried about that. And you can go, and you can go. We've done a load looking at our contamination barriers and stuff. Did I really put a birch tree there? We can use the forestry override planting, and we can override it with an oak tree. And so next time that gets planted, it'll become an oak tree. Isn't that cool? We've got this area set up now, and we swapped over this so that this is now nice clean water. And this should be okay for when it switches to be bad water. Would have been nice if they'd got more of this built, because this might get a little bit messy, but we'll see. The new farm is in. We've got a lot of this area cleared, so next time we can maybe start to look at putting our forest up here. That'll be cool. The new district is in. If folks want to suggest names for the new district, I'm not averse to that. Feel free. And there is our 37-day bad tide. It's not really going to be a problem, is it? It's kind of easy numbers to deal with. Yeah, we still have huge amounts to do. So what I want to try and accomplish next time, I think we need to move the explosives production. Oh, the Phoenix Essence looks funky. Over here. Get some extract production going on as well. Now that we have more power available, I'm happy doing that. So for the main district, I want to get that done. I want to move the metal production all over here. Maybe look at upgrading to the large smelters, just because they're more space efficient. I don't think they're any more efficient in any other way, but space efficiency is good. So we'll do that. That will free up a little bit of space here. Over here, I want to get the forest set up. I would like to make a forest that's not just a block of one type of tree. Yes, it's less efficient, but it was a really good suggestion by someone, and I think it will look cool. We need to get some pine going. So, yep. I want to do that. Although it feels really early, I think we could look at getting into bots, you know. Particularly if we upped the metal production a bit, which we could easily do. And we could then look at, which was a suggestion from someone, we could split this off as a district quite easily, have bots doing all of the metal work. We could consider having this as a separate district with just having bots over here, and just export the products that come out of it. Yeah, so many ideas for things that we could do. But for now, what we're going to do is call it a day. So thanks for watching, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Yeah, remember, I play this game for fun, not to play perfectly. But I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying the interaction. So yeah, do stick your comments below. I do read them all. I do try and comment on most of them. And I do try and take your comments on board. I can't always, and I don't always remember everyone's comments, but I do try and take your feedback on board. Yeah, thank you to the patrons and the YouTube channel members. Appreciate your support, and I will see you all next time.